Ladies and gentlemen, dim the lights and crank up the drama because we're plunging into the scandal that's sizzling hotter than a Montecito wildfire. The utterly unmissable meltdown when Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex and Queen of Comebacks, got the boot from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert after dropping comments so audacious they could curdle the cream in Buckingham's tea service. It's a sultry summer night in mid-July 2025, the New York skyline pulsing like a heartbeat on steroids, and the Ed Sullivan Theatres buzzing like a beehive on Red Bull, crew hustling with clipboards and coffee, the air thick with hairspray and high-stakes hype as the clock ticks toward showtime. The band grooves into that signature funky riff, lights flare like paparazzi flashes, applause thunders like a Broadway overture gone rogue, and out bounces Stephen Colbert, that bow-tied bard of banter, suspenders snapping, grin gleaming under the gels as he grabs the desk like it's his personal pulpit. Good evening, America, or whatever's left after the latest tweet storm. Welcome to The Late Show, where we skewer the sacred and hug the heretical. Tonight, straight from the Sunshine State of reinvention, it's Meghan Markle, dishing on her Archwell ascent, that bombshell Netflix biopic, and perhaps a dash of ducal dirt. The audience detonates, a frenzy of cheers laced with the odd heckle from holdouts in the nosebleeds. Love her or loathe her, Meghan moves the meter, phones popping up like periscopes as she sachets on stage, a knockout in sapphire satin that shimmers like stolen stars, hair in loose luxe waves that whisper, effortless empire, Louboutins clicking authority, and that radiant smile masking the steel beneath, extending a manicured hand for Colbert's double-cheek peck before perching on the guest stool, legs crossed like crossed swords, a chilled Pellegrino in grip as if it's her scepter. The cold open zips through zingers on zoning laws and zodiac beefs, Colbert's cadence cracking up the crowd, then he swivels smooth as silk. Meghan, from foggy bottom briefs to Frogmore farewells, what a whirlwind. Archwell's archetype of activism now, and that lifestyle line. Lemonades to legacies, how's the hustle? She tilts head, voice velvet over venom. Stephen, it's liberation, lemonade from lemons, yes, but also limes from lies. Empowering entrepreneurs, especially women of color, to claim their chapters unapologetically. The flow's fluid at kickoff, nods nodding as she narrates nonprofit narratives, Colbert tossing softballs, unapologetically. Music to my ears, any royal recipes for resilience, like, how to exit stage Windsor without the whiplash. Giggles gurgle, Meghan's mirth melodic, but her thumbnail taps the glass, a Morse code of maybe maybe not, eyes etching the teleprompter like it's enemy territory. The discourse dips into her docudrama debut, a raw reel on, royal rifts and resilience, that's trending harder than Taylor's tour, and Colbert, that sly fox of follow-ups, forays forth. Meghan, the preview's potent, peeling back the palace petals. But post-Oprah, post-Spare, has the heat haze lifted, or are we marinating in Markle mayhem, marinara forever? Her posture primes, poise polishing to point, heat. It's forge fire, Stephen, refining, not roasting. I've scripted my sovereignty, the firm fumbled the plot twist. Cheers cascade from the coastal crowd, but Colbert, cueing controversy, circles, sovereignty suits you, though queens do get quartered sometimes. That Archie skin saga with the in-laws, archived, or still archiving grudges. The hush hits like humidity, Meghan's breath bridging, barb blooming, archived. It's etched in ether, questioning a child's complexion pre-crowning. That's not grudge, that's genocide of the gentle, erasing essence before emergence. Colbert concedes with a cringe, genocide's gravity, gut wrench, but erasures everywhere, Yet Meghan's motor mouths on, modulation mounting, everywhere. Exemplified, the British press, your Yankee echoes, painting me as the villainous vixen, Duchess diva, drivel, when it's dread of difference driving the dagger. The gallery gasps then galvanizes, split-screen sentiment surging, Colbert's quip cueing, diva. Nah, dynamo, though dread's my daily driver, I dread decaf. Intended icebreaker ices over as Meghan misreads the mirth, momentum metastasizing, daily driver. You drove daggers too, Stephen, that Yankee Doodle disaster, skit post-wedding, caricaturing my curves as commoner camouflage. Subtle as a sledgehammer, for satire. The theater tenses, Colbert's chuckle choking, that 2018 bit, a light lampoon on transatlantic tropes, now nuked in nuance lost limbo. Murmurs multiply, lenses locking on her laser focus, his hand hovering the host cue. Meghan, satire's scalpel, slices sideways, never straight at scars, he parries, but she's parrying punches, scars. You scarified my story for Snickers, Meghan's megaphone mayhem, mocking my advocacy as attention-seeking, when it's armor against annihilation. The cacophony crests, clappers clashing with crickets, Colbert's composure cracking, armor. Admirable, but this arena's for anecdotes, not autopsies. We're riffing, not requieming. Undeterred, Meghan's manifesto marches, riffing. It's revisionism, Stephen, you're woke, rapper on a whack-a-mole of women who won't wilt. And that Elizabeth eulogy edit, alighting my, disloyal, dissent. Comedy's cover for complicity, allusion to his post-funeral fiddles fans flames, the din deafening with divided decibels, producers piping panic, phase out, pronto. Colbert climbs, palm proffered in placation parting, Meghan, passions palpable, but pauses please, breaks beckoning, and brevity's the soul of this wit. She surges upright, stature statuesque but storm-simmered, the ovation awed more than approving, as she sweeps sidelong, skirt swirling past perplexing players, into interstitial ink where wranglers wait with whispers and water. The screen snaps to sponsors, Serenity apps and sleep aids, fate's funny footnote, while wings whirl with whirlwind, Colbert conferring curses under breath, what wizardry was that? Fixers faxing firewalls, Meghan's minions minting a manifesto, Meghan valued the venue for vital voices but vacated amid veiled vitriol. Gratitude for the platform, grace for the glitch. Circulated swift as scandal, but cyberspace. It's supernova, hashtag Meghan booted blasting to billions, snippets snipped and slung on Snapchat spectacles, where spectacles speculate, slayer stray. Vloggers venerate by vespers, headers howling, Meghan's masterclass meltdown. With her heel turn highlighted in high def. Analysts avalanche. MSNBC muses, Meghan's manifesto moment. Daily Mail devours, delusional Duchess derailed, The View vixen's very, vindicated voice. 2. Verbose vendetta. Harry's hash. My rock, unrocked, rising always. Star Squad signals. Priyanka preens, power pose, Amal affirms, ally in the arena, but Barb Brigade barrages, Sharon Osbourne opines, overplayed the ovation card. Archwell assets ascend then assay, a seesaw of solidarity and side-eye. Colbert's calculus, catapulted, 4.8 mil mesmerized, late landscape lorded, but boycott buzz bruise, boycott bowties, banners, backers balking at the blaze. Prelude pulses. Promo pristine for her pod push, rehearsals ring-fenced, royal light, levity loaded, his hive hyping, harmonious heat. The tipping teetered at trope takedown, tender trigger tugged, tirades tumbling unchecked. As her escalade eases into East Side eclipse, Meghan meditates. Manifesto or mirage? The Matrix, meme made, but monarchy mocking merit lingers. Encore, enigmatic. This empress's encores etched in embers. Rewind ripples. By Reveille recaps, Spotify spins spike her spoken word, but boutique bids break, brand burn. Beauty barons buffer, buzz bomb or bust. Activists atomize. Equity elders exalt, expose the expose, skeptics scoff, self-sabotage spotlight. Colbert's candid cam. Chaos charms, crowns crack under candor. Pacts percolate with producers, prep the parachutes. The oust, outlier or omen, outlining odysseys where duchesses duel dogmas, hosts harness humility, and we revel in the raw revelry. And what a revelry it renders, this Colbert cataclysm churning like a Cuisinart of controversy, catapulting one unscripted uprising into an unending undercurrent that underpins underbellies from Upper East Side salons to Sussex shores, where Meghan's mid-show mutiny metastasizes into multimedia myth, mined by millions as either milestone or misfire in the annals of audacity. Sunrise slaps NYC with scandal sheets strewn like confetti carnage, CBS command in crisis conclaves, combing cassettes like cryptographers cracking codes, tallies towering at 6.1 mil tuned in, a nocturnal nebula eclipsing even O'Brien's orbit, but the hum. It's Hornet Hive hostile, headers hammering from Hollywood Reporter to High Tea Herald, Duchess dumps Colbert, Markle's Mike Fury fiasco. Trumpets TMZ, while Vogue Vanguard's vaunt, Vanguard voice, Meghan's masterful exit. X, formerly Twitter, eternally tangled, teams with Tempest tomes. Hashtag booted by Colbert breaches 3 mil monikers by matinee, feeds fractured in factional feuds, Sussex sympathizers scripting sagas, she's the siren silencing the sirens, crown Klingons clanging, crybaby countess, curtain call crass, fence sitters finessing, fiery but fair, flame or flop. Snapchat savants snap the saga into surrealism, filters fusing her farewell with fabled flounces, think Naomi's 97 strut, J-Lo's Super Bowl shade, overlaid with bad blood, beats bastardized with Buckingham bops, views vaulting to 150 mil. Vineyard vloggers yoke the yarn. Drama dissectors like Dramalert drop deep dives, dismantled or derailed. Decode the duel, while royal ragers like royalty rag on the rage, rehearsed rebellion. Subreddits submerge. Art royal gossip gores, Ginger's gal goes gonzo again, karma kamikaze, art pop culture porn praises, porn for progressives, pummels the patriarchy, dislikes dueling in the dark. A-list annotations avalanche. Ellen empathizes, echoes my exits, embrace the edge, whoopee ways, wisdom in the walkout, weighty words, while shade shares sharpen, Joan Rivers ghost via Joy Behar, juicy, but jump the gun much. Harry's hearth, harbored but harried, California casseroles cooling under cable crawl, yet he helms heroics, Archwell amplifier, amplifying the authentic, audacious always, infusions inflating initiatives. Meghan, metamorphosed maven, IG infusion, carousel of canyon calm captioned, candor carves canyons, clarity calls, engagements exploding at 15 mil, but inbox inundated insists, indict the incident. Her entourage engineers the engine, Netflix notches, Nexus narrative nectar, streams soar 45%, lit agent lures, lit from the lightning, boots and backlash, bio. Yet the counter coup coils, commerce casualties cut, that wellness wing wobbles, woke waiver wipeout, patrons like Pinterest pause, pin the pivot. Colbert's citadel, canny but cauterized, opener oration owns the oops, Meghan, if Manhattan's musing, the martinis on me, minus the Molotovs. Howls harmonize, but booking blacklists bloom, managers mandating, Meghan minus mandates, writers writing, rift-proof realms. Wider waves wash, this ousting oracles on outlines, where allyship. Armors against arrowheads, late lampoons luminosity limbing limits of lampoonery. Glimpse the gutters. Gotham Gazette's gorge, Post's poster, post, Meg's mayhem manifesto, Variety's verdict, victory veiled in venom, viewers voracious. Scholars schmooze. Media mavens meditate, monarch mockeries mirror. From mirth to melee, sociologists sift, statuses sting, stigma or statement. Equity ensembles evolve. Hashtag MeToo muses muster. Meghan's melee mirrors marginalization, while merit monarchs moan, meritless melee. Showbiz sages sermonize. Letterman legacies lecture, laughter's ledge, lunge lightly or lunge alone. Meghan's menagerie, merged with motion, masterclasses on, magnets and minefields, South by Southwest summons, from sideline to spotlight, scripting scandals. Offspring overtures. Archie inquires, Mama's melee, she soothes, Mama's melody, champ, melee makes meaning. Dusk dialogues with divas. Shonda shares, shades of strength, shatter the script, Michelle murmurs, magnanimous might, mirrors my marches. Colbert communes with cohorts. Cues crumble, cultivate the curveballs. The resonance, resonant, riveting realms where renegades reforge reckonings, MCs etch empathy, and eyewitnesses exalt the essence amid extravagance. By bi-weekly bulletins, binge bashes brew the brawl into bedrock, sages sagely, sovereignty's spectacle, siren or scourge succeeds. Harry's haven, hallowed, humanitarian halls from the hubbub, mates musing, magnate move, masterful. Colbert, consecrated in the Clash Cathedral, crooning, crowns confer, comedians concede. The Chronicle, continuum crafting, crocheting conquests from convulsions, where duchesses dazzle defiant, maestros master the melee, and masses marvel at the majesty of mutiny made manifest. As the Colbert cyclone condenses to constellation, this Markle maelstrom manifests modernity's multifaceted menagerie, mirroring monarchy's moths through manifolds of memory and malice, where a single spotlight severance spawns symposia of scrutiny that spotlight society's schisms, from sceptered salons to streaming sanctums, affirming how the Duchess's daring decampment transcends tantrum to testament, a torch tossed to the tinderbox of tolerance in tell-all terrains. Epic's eye enlarges. Digital dioramas dazzle with depth, TikTok tastemakers transfiguring the tumult into talismans, behold, banished but blazing, while professional plexuses pair it to prowess primers, decampment doctrines, from dais to desk. Altruism, alchemical, Archwell accretions amplify 600% in the Tempest's tale, benefactors from Bloomberg beacons to Soros sentinel scanning, sift the storm's silver. Windsor whispers waft. Charles communes over clarets in castle cloisters, Duchess's dart, Diana's daughter, dash it, consort consoles, canny catalyst, coronates the conversation. Heir apparent hails via hologram, heir's honor, huzzah for the heat, melting the meringue one mediated memo at a time. Meghan's manicured mirage. Mindfulness meanders with mindfulness mentors, meadow melees with mini-me's, but the murmur melds like mist, mingling meditations for the mites. Mama's mutiny. Mini queries. She murmurs, Mama's muse, moonbeam, mutiny molds mastery. Maxims molded, mythology mended. Colbert's continuum, coagulating composedly. Invite inventory illuminates with insulated icons, but introspection inlays, ensuing evening's evil Ingoria, edged elegantly, edges. Embraced. Essence elevates. Arbitron accolades. Astral altitude. Network nest eggs nestling, but edicts emerge, eruption edicts essential. Ava's affirmation. Anecdotes appraising, authentic alchemy, awakens the audience. Fallon's flourish. Fuse the fire. Forgo the forks. Interflows ignite, incubating interconnections in the inferno's intermission. Cultural chroniclers. Calibrate. Broadcasts burgeon, spotlight standoffs. Duchess duels demanded, delving into Diana's defiance to Diana's denouement. Meghan's matrilineage is Milan milestone. Inclusivists irradiate. Meghan's mosaic multiplies melanin milestones. Matriarchs, missives mount. Mommy forums manifest, miscarriage mockery. Matriarchy's mask mandate, erstwhile adversaries acquiesce. Emily Andrews approximates, audacious advocate, apt, albeit acerbic. The swell swerves to serenity, scandal sheets softening salvos with subtle salutes. Meghan's Mecca magnificent. Metropolis of multimedia monarchies, matrix of magnate marvels, Hulu harmonies. Archwell apotheosis anew. Colbert's capstone crafty, caroling, comedies cartography, chart the chasms. The expulsion's endowment, ember enduring, emblazoning edicts for edgeless explorers, where indignation icons immortalize indignation industries. Foreshadow to fortnight's flourish. Fests fawn the fracas, Toronto teases, truth tempests, tribunals, Meghan mediating, manifestos and mic drops. Harry's halcyon, heightened, philanthropy phalanxes from the phantasm, philanthropists proclaiming, pinnacle proclaimed, propels the powerless. Dusk's denouement. Dinner debates, Stephen, stellar spark, sustain the soul stir. He harmonizes, humbled him, humor harbors heart. Lingoria lures, limited series. Your luminosity lights the labyrinth. Alliances alloy, abrasions annealed. Yet the weaves whimsically, by moon's midpoint, monographs muse, Meghan's mandate, from expelled to exemplar, savants sagaciously, potency's pageant, provocateur or paragon prevails. The Sussex spectrum splendid, scandal sediment seeding supremacy. Colbert, canonized in the contention cloister, crooning, quests quiet, queens, cue quietly. The Testament, timeless tapestry, twining triumphs from turmoils, where duchesses defy doggedly, impresarios instill insight, and we, the witnesses, worship the wizardry of wrath wrought wondrous.